Hello, it's Elizabeth here and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Property here on the Fine and Country YouTube channel. Now today I am in Milton Keynes to meet Haydn, who is listing not only this stunning £3 million home behind me, but also many more in the area. We've chosen just about a perfect day for this and I am so excited to see everything that happens in a day of the life of Haydn. So let's head inside and go and find him to say hi. Haydn, thank you very much for inviting me here today. We are in Olney and Milton Keynes. Well, that's the branch that you operate in, is that correct? And have I said that correctly?
Yes. It really does depend where you come from. You can always tell whether someone's local or not. If they're local, they call it Olney, as in pony.
Yeah.
If someone's new to the area, then they call it Olney or Only.
Okay, so obviously I am not a local, but I got it right, so that's good.
You got it right, well done. And we're here today in the village of North Crawley, or North Crowley, as you can hear behind us, all these crows making a racket in the trees nesting.
Yeah, do you know what? I did pull up and immediately heard lots and lots of crows, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that's just because of, you know, we're in a beautiful countryside surrounding and there's lots of crows. That's not something I usually hear from my bedroom in the morning, that's for sure. Tell me firstly, how did you actually get into real estate and property?
Gosh, I think it all started when I was 10, 11 years old.
Wow.
I would see a for sale board go up near where we lived, just outside of Stamford, and I would guess the value. It sounds bonkers, but I would guess it. And then on a Thursday, I'd look at the Stamford Mercury, turn through the pages, and there'd be the house, and I'd be pretty much bang on the value, and that kind of got me interested in property.
That's
and it went
crazy.
from there.
Do you think that could have been instigated by your parents? Were they into property as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We were always moving house when we were younger.
Right.
My parents were always developing and renovating properties as we got older, and we were involved in that. So yeah, I guess I had a flair, an interest in property. And then when I was studying for my A-levels, I decided that wasn't for me.
Okay.
And went to work.
Okay.
So this is my 28th year of being in agency.
Wow. So if there's somebody to trust you as a trusted, you know, agent, it is yourself with that much knowledge and experience.
That's nice of you to say so, Elizabeth. It was really a very straightforward decision to do what you enjoy, just like what you do, I guess. You know, it doesn't feel like work if you're enjoying it and having fun, certainly on a day like today.
Yeah.
But no, that was that. And then when I was 21, I opened my first office with my family. We called that Van Weenen's, and that was our family business, which I successfully sold 8 years ago, and then reinvested the money within the licence of Fine and Country here in Milton Keynes and North Bucks.
Excellent. Now, you've just mentioned about it being lots of fun, and it is a job that I'm sure you enjoy very much, but there is also a lot of hard work that goes into it too. Tell me a little bit about what a day-to-day life looks like for you.
So, being brutally honest with you, when it's good, it's amazing. It's great. You know, we get to see the most loveliest of houses in the countryside. We are having fun. It's not treated as work.
Yeah. Tell me what happened with this property then, because I know it was listed and you had a buyer.
Yes.
So what's the strategy now that that's unfortunately fallen through?
So we were filming a year ago. The property was sold, as you said, and proceeding, targeting an exchange of contracts in the first week of January. And on the 27th, it's day after Boxing Day, my Christmas was ruined by a text message from the purchaser, sadly, who had some terrible news. So we've deliberately waited to relaunch until only a few weeks ago.
Okay.
In time for a spring-summer sale.
Okay.
As you can see, the gardens are looking stunning.
Absolutely stunning, yeah.
And coincidentally, this is in time with the TV programme coming out in a few weeks' time.
Excellent.
So that's our strategy, and yes, we're excited.
Brilliant. And have you got any funny stories within your 28 years of estate agency? I'm sure there's many.
It depends how raw you want to be, Elizabeth.
Maybe we go middle ground.
Middle ground,
for
okay.
for the YouTube channel.
Okay, so middle ground. So going back a few years ago now, quite a few years in my 20s, I was showing a family around a house, and I pulled the front door too, having left the keys in the house.
Oh, no.
Most agents have done this, I'm sure. And thinking on my feet, I went round the side garden to the back door and saw there was a washing line, grabbed the prop from the washing line, put it through the back door cat flap, hooked the back door keys down on the floor, opened the back door, and we were in. Problem solved.
Gosh, that is very clever.
So I could either be a locksmith in the future, or I could be a crook.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You've got backup plans.
There you go.
Well, on that note, I think we should have a little wander around the grounds. I would love to see this property. It looks like a dream home for me, and I'm really excited to see this.
That would be my pleasure.
Please.
Right, let's go.
Thank you. Now, Haydn, I know that the rectory is on almost 8 acres. It comes with a substantial amount of land, but that's pretty much all I know really about the listing. So tell me a little bit about the property.
Okay, so the rectory, as you can see, is Georgian. Originally, it used to be on the site of a manor house.
Okay.
It has 7 bedrooms, approaching 8 acres of gardens and grounds, including a 2.5 acre paddock.
Oh, wow.
And there's also 2 stable flats that rent out on an Airbnb basis as well. But the tennis court is really one of my favourite parts of the property.
Okay.
We were just chatting a few minutes ago about your love of tennis.
Yes.
Would you like to come and have a look?
Yes, I haven't brought my racket today, so we can't play, but I would love to still see it.
Well, that's a shame, because you're not really wearing the right footwear.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not quite equipped for tennis today, but I will rain check you on that one.
Look forward to that. Come with me, let me come and show it to you.
Okay. Haydn, I understand that you had a game of tennis with the vendor, is that correct?
Yes, it was at the early stages of my, what I realise now was perhaps part of a social interview, and getting to know them and them getting to know me.
Yeah.
It was our client's birthday, and they had family and friends over for tennis and a barbecue, which was lovely.
Nice.
And it was on that day that I realised what a beautiful setting this house is set in, and a super new tennis court by On2 Car, and a really lovely surface to play on.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I think that's a really important point that you make about getting to know your clients, getting to know their needs and what they're looking for in an agent, so that you can really cater as best as you can.
Well, absolutely, because they're putting their biggest asset and their trust in my hands, and they need to know that I've got them, and I'm you know, not just incentivised to sell it and it's a business arrangement, but it's personal, it's more than that.
Definitely. Well, I think it's time to say bye to the crows.
Yes.
And let's go and see one of your next live listings, which I believe is just around the corner, is that right?
It's also in the village of North Crawley. We'll jump in the car, shall we?
Great. Now we're literally round the corner from the previous listing. That drive-in was stunning, and this is the granary, is that correct?
That's correct. So we're in the granary, which is within the grounds of Crawley Grange, which had that very dramatic entrance through the driveway.
Gosh, it was just stunning.
Yes, and you were naming all the various different plants and flowers. You know, you're
I
far
love
more,
my wisteria. I love my
far
wisteria.
more knowledgeable than I am. But the granary is a very unique property. It has 6.5 acres of ground with it. There are paddocks behind me, ideal for those who have horses or llamas or any sort of equestrian alpacas needs, anything like that.
They're becoming very popular, aren't they, randomly?
They are, but I tell you what's very unique and individual about this house. Although you're in within the grounds of Crawley Grange, you're not subject to any maintenance charges, which can run up in the tens of thousands of pounds.
Wow.
So that's a real big benefit there.
Yeah, great benefit. Can you take me round to see the pond and some of the grounds, because I just can't wait to explore this one.
With absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Come with me. So the main benefit of being part of the Crawley Grange estate is you're not subject to the maintenance and service charges. So you get to look at this beautiful country home as your view from your sitting room behind me here.
Yeah.
And the property is only listed because of the wall that is attached to it.
Okay.
I'm also going to save a special treat for you, because there is the top of the tower, which I'm going to take you up to a little bit later on. But my favourite place by this pond is this lovely seating area over here. Should we go and sit down and...
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow. And take a seat.
This is almost like a couple's bench, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we get cosy?
Come and sit next to you.
Tell me how you got this listing.
So, fortunately, most of my business comes from recommendations.
That's nice.
So the house behind you, Crawley Grange, we were actually marketing last year, and coincidentally does feature as part of the programme.
Okay,
And
exciting.
it was the owners there who recommended me to our clients here.
Yeah.
So it's a very close-knit community, but once again a strong recommendation, which is lovely. In fact, I was first here over 20 years ago.
Wow, really?
Well, I came to help the previous owners, so it's lovely to come back and see all the improvements that our clients have done over the years.
Yeah.
But this pond sitting here with that backdrop
Yeah.
is something else.
It is. It really is. It's one of the most beautiful views I've seen in a long time, actually. Whoever the next owners are of this place, they're a very, very lucky people.
They certainly are, and it could be sold to a wide range of individuals. It could be a family who has a need for horses. It could be a couple just looking for a second property, a country retreat. Because we're only 15 minutes from Milton Keynes train station.
Right, which is also super quick, 30 minutes into central London.
Yes, into Euston, and that's literally on your doorstep.
Yeah.
So it could go to a whole range of different buyers. But we're confident that this is the right time, certainly the right time of year, offering a spring-summer sale. And how can you not fall in love with this location?
I know, I think so too. There's time for one more tour. I wish I could stay here all day with you, but we've got lots to still see. So should we head to our next location?
Yes.
Haydn, it's great to see that you've got a physical presence here right in the heart of the community, actually. Do you think that that makes a big difference in your listings and your sales?
So yes, the answer is yes. There is a very important need for a physical presence, certainly in a market town.
Yep.
Personally, I've lived here for the last 25 years. My children go to school locally.
Okay.
We're involved as a business in the heart of the community, such as the tennis club.
Oh, nice.
We sponsor the club, and we help the junior tennis and see the juniors become the new members, adult members of the future.
Excellent. So it's a great way as well to meet potential listings and people.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. I think you've got to give back. It's not just a case of being in the community and selling lots of houses. It's being here to help people and be involved in other local events and sponsoring the Easter egg hunt and things like that. You know, it's great to be part of the community.
Yeah, excellent. I love that. Now we've got one final property to go and see. What is that one?
So we're going to Holme Farm. That's very close by.
Okay.
It's a beautiful Georgian farmhouse.
Okay.
Which has lots of parking, but its position is what's really attractive, because it's, you can walk into town from the property.
Excellent. Well, please, let's take a look.
Okay, great.
We're Miranda, thank you very much for having us in your beautiful home today.
Pleasure.
I know that there is quite a nice story behind Holme Farm,
Yeah.
and you've also done quite a lot of renovation works recently on the property.
Yes, I have.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So when we bought it, it's very, very dated. Hadn't been touched probably for 20 years, whether it be plumbing, various bits you can't see. And so we basically gutted the whole house really, and the kitchen was our first job. And then we've worked our way through upstairs. So it's been fun, hard work, but fun.
Yeah, it always is hard work, isn't it? Especially when you're right in the thick of it and you think, oh,
you're living in it.
Is this ever going to end?
Exactly, definitely.
Yeah. So did you have any experience with renovating yourself?
Yes, I have done quite a bit in the past in my own houses, and I used to do interior design, show homes for developers.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very
It's always
nice.
very different doing it for your own house though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very apparent here. The place is beautiful.
Thank
It's
you.
a really lovely home, and I'm sure the person who buys it is going to be very lucky indeed.
Well, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about how you two became to work together.
Well, it probably started as our friendship
Yeah.
going back 20 years or
Yeah.
so.
Wow.
Living
Yeah.
next door to each other, neighbours.
Yes.
And Miranda's flair for staging and styling. It started when you were interested first of all in buying a home farm.
Yes, exactly.
And there was a few people after it.
Yeah,
from
and
memory.
yes, and my house wasn't on the market because when my husband and I got together, we were planning to buy in a year or two later, and then Haydn put something on Facebook about a farmhouse in the middle of Olney, and the next thing I'm on the phone,
No,
I'm
typical
looking
buyer.
at it,
Typical buyer.
not ready to sell.
House to sell, not on the market.
No.
you know,
Yeah, you're
typical
like,
stuff.
oh God.
Yeah,
Okay, race against time. Let's
Yeah.
get you on the market.
yeah, which
Let's-
we did. You were very good, very speedy.
Yep. And we found a buyer
Yeah,
to
we did.
facilitate you buying home farm.
Yes,
And it was in a very different state of condition,
yeah,
wasn't it?
it was.
You know?
Yeah,
So an awful lot has been done. And now that your children are growing up and you've got a big house in the centre of town,
yeah.
which is too big for you.
It is now really, yeah. Started 6 of us and now there's 3 maximum at the moment. So as though it's gorgeous, we thought we'd downsize a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, touching back on the location, that was something that I noticed straight away. I mean, we walked from the office to here.
Yeah,
Fantastic, right in the heart of the village.
yeah, it really is. And you end up going out for dinner far too much because you just have to walk and stagger home. But you know,
You
that's
don't
great.
need any excuse to
No,
go to
that's
the
true.
pub.
No,
You know,
that's
I
true.
think you have shares in most of the restaurants, Miranda. But no,
He says.
but the location is fantastic. You know, you can walk everywhere. You don't need to use your car, although you've got parking for a dozen cars
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
But no, the position's great. We've had the house on the market,
yep,
and Miranda is now working, as you said, with us in Olney, promoting her own house as well. We've got 3 people who want to buy it now. Someone this weekend who lives locally have just instructed us to put their house on the market. So if we can sell theirs, we get 2 sales, which is great.
Brilliant.
With a commercial hat on. But also Miranda's seen somewhere now that she's got her eye on as well.
yeah, yeah.
What do you love the most about working together? It sounds like you have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun.
We're here to obviously to sell houses, to enjoy what we're doing. But it's more than that. You don't think of it as we chatted earlier. Work is not work if you're having a good time doing it.
Absolutely.
And it does help to have 3 people who want to buy a house, and it's just really who's going to end up being first past the post.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good luck with
Thank
the
you very
sale
much.
of Holme Farm.
Thank you.
It sounds like there's been lots of happy memories here.
Yes, it's
But
been
it's
a good
time-
few years. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been excellent.
Great. Time for the next chapter.
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you so much for having me, both of you.
Thank you for
It's been
coming.
an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
And good luck with the sales.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Well, I have really enjoyed my time here today with both Miranda and Haydn. And I think for me, the key takeaway from Haydn today has been the importance of building a community, forming long-term relationships with your clients. And you know, you never know when people are going to come back again to want you to list their property, or even in Miranda's case, come and work with you. Thank you so much for watching today. I've really enjoyed having you with me here at Beyond the Property, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.